What is up, car addicts? In this video, I'll be talking about this week's Double Money Event Week as well as the property and vehicle discounts. This event week is from March 18th through March 24th, 2021. The current casino podium vehicle is the Comet SR. This vehicle's overall design is primarily based on the Porsche 997 and the 991.2 GT2 RS. It released about 3 years ago with the Doomsday Heist update and normally costs about $1.1 million. This vehicle is in the sports car class and is a quick car on most tracks. However, due to some of the sports cars like the Pariah and the Italia GTO, which are just extremely fast, even faster than most supercars, it just can't compete. However, the Comet SR is a very fun car to drive and race with. It's a very rewarding driving experience in my opinion when you're pushing it to its limit. It's just on that edge of oversteer with also having very good grip at the same time. But anyways, for those of you who originally paid full price for the Comet SR and are not happy about it being on the podium, you can still take the one you originally purchased and sell it for about $830,000 depending on your upgrades and how much you paid for it originally. So, is the Comet SR worth attempting to win by spinning the lucky wheel over and over this week? I'm going to say 100% yes. I feel that this car's normal price tag is way overpriced in comparison to the normal Comet, costing about $1 million more, which is just crazy. And getting this one for free essentially from the podium is pretty awesome. So starting off with the property discounts, we have 40% off the Arena Workshop property, as well as the upgrades and renovations for it as well. Remember guys that the Arena is needed to customize the Arena War vehicles you purchase, so keep that in mind. Moving on to the vehicle discounts, we have 40% off the Deviant. This car is in the muscle car class and is an awesome looking vehicle in terms of styling in my opinion. However, in terms of customization, it's pretty average. And in terms of speed, it's not very fast. It's more of a car for styling and cruising rather than performance. Next up, we have 40% off the Schlagen GT. So this car is in the sports car class and is one of my favorite cars in that class. The customization, driving experience, exhaust note, and speed are all pretty good. It's a sports car. Honestly, overall, I highly recommend purchasing if you don't have one already. But again, it's not really needed. The Pariah GTO are the fastest ones, but the Schlagen is a nice alternative to have because it's still pretty quick. And it's a nice vehicle in terms of the driving experience, customization, etc. Moving on to the Seven San Andreas website, we have 40% off the Tulip. So this car is in the muscle car class and is a very nice one to own in terms of styling and customization, and it's pretty cool with its unique 4-door configuration in a muscle car. However, in terms of speed and handling, it's not that great as you might expect. Moving on to the Warstock website, we have 40% off the Weaponized Dinghy, which just released recently. This is a Pegasus vehicle with no customization guys, so keep that in mind if you didn't know already. And honestly, even at this price, I still feel it's way too expensive for what you're getting. Moving along, we have 20% off the Squatty. I personally like the Squatty, some people don't, but I still think it's a fun vehicle to customize and off-road with as well. Moving on to the Arena War website, we have 30% off the Arena Sasquatch, Slam Van, Impaler, Death Bike, Scarab, and the ZR380 as well. And we also have 30% off select Arena War upgrades, which are armor plating, proximity mines, weapons, spikes, and blades as well, which is just awesome. And to top it off, the jump upgrade for all the Arena War vehicles is free as well, which is pretty cool. So, out of all the Arena War vehicles, the two I recommend the most are the Death Bike and the ZR380. Now, the upgrades in general for all these cars can get pretty expensive if you're not careful, so definitely be very cautious when upgrading your vehicles. I remember when this update came out, I was buying everything and customizing them, and I spent well over $30 million in just a few cars, so keep that in mind, guys. And that's it for vehicle discounts. I think Rockstar did very well in terms of quantity for this week, with some decent variety as well. In terms of free items, you can get this Brute Heavy t-shirt for free just for logging in this week, which is pretty cool. In terms of double money, we have double money NRP on the Rhino Hunt Adversary mode, which is pretty cool. I haven't played that one in a very long time, but I remember it being pretty fun. Next up, we have double money NRP on Special Vehicle Work, which is pretty awesome. Doing these missions will unlock you the trade prices for each of these vehicles, so getting double money while doing them is a nice incentive. And lastly, we have double money, double RP, and double arena points on all Arena War modes this week, which is awesome for those of you who enjoy Arena War. Personally, I get pretty bored of Arena War after a couple modes, but it's definitely something fun and different to do if you're bored of the other activities in game. Moving on to the Prime Gaming discounts for Prime Gaming members only. I will leave instructions in the pinned comment on how to become a Prime Gaming member if you aren't one already. So we have 80% off the Sea Breeze, which is pretty cool. This plane can land on water and is useful for some missions if you don't own any of the other crazy vehicles in online. However, keep in mind that you need to own a hangar in order to purchase it. Next up, we have 35% off the Sparrow and a visa upgrades for the Kasaka submarine, which is awesome. For those of you who originally kept your Kasaka on the cheaper side in terms of upgrades, now you can go back and add these in for a pretty good price. And lastly, for Prime Gaming, you will continue to get the sonar station upgrade for the Kasaka submarine for free. Again, for like the third month in a row. I've honestly lost track at this point, but anyways, this upgrade normally costs 1.2 million, and getting it for free is pretty awesome if you haven't bought it within the 3 months. Also, don't forget, guys, just for logging in this week as a Prime Gaming member, you'll get a free $200,000, which is pretty cool. Again, guys, if you don't save a discount on the Sea Breeze or the Kasaka submarine upgrades I mentioned, it's because you don't have your Prime Gaming account linked to your social club. Again, all the information on how to do that is down below in the pinned comment. And lastly, we have, of course, the RC Bandito time trial, Cypress Flats. This week's normal time trial is Stab City. I highly recommend either the Hakuchu Drag, Shotaro, or a Batty 801 for that time trial. And this week's premium race is the Supercar Race Congestion Charge. I highly recommend either the Devest 8, Emerus, or Creaker for that race, which is pretty top speed heavy with some corners towards the end. Every Friday I post a guide on how to easily beat the time trials and premium race, so stay tuned for that if you're new. Anyways, guys, hope this was helpful. Overall, this event week is pretty decent. It's mainly focused on Arena War, which I guess is pretty cool for those of you who enjoy doing that. But in terms of overall discounts, I think Rockstar, they actually did a pretty decent job this week. Sadly, no double money on businesses or heists this week, and still no Panther statue, but at least we got something different for this week to maybe take a break from the usual grind. I'm sure some of you are probably tired of doing the Gao Perico heist over and over solo at this point, and probably want to do something a little different. And usually when the Arena War has double money, a lot of people come back to do it. And if you're decent at it, it can be fun. If you're bad at it, it can be a little frustrating. But again, some of the Arena War vehicles are on discount, as I mentioned earlier, like the Death Bike and the ZR380, which are the top two best ones in my opinion, especially the Death Bike. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.